Thank you. All right, so welcome back to the story thus far. We are on episode 42.
Oof.
42.
Wow.
So...
Oh boy, you know what that's the answer for.
I don't.
It's
The
the meaning of life.
Yeah, it's meaning of life.
Oh, okay.
You ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah. I haven't read it. I just only watched the movie. I'm not as highbrow as you.
I read those in high school.
And thanks for all the fish.
Yeah, so good. So good. Oh, man, such an underrated film.
It really is.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we are on episode number 42, and we are just going to go right into it, if you guys don't mind.
Not at all.
All right.
Born ready.
So, where we left off, you were visited by Twinge Tinkertop and Tyko. Of course, this was after the attempted public lynching, not literal, figuratively, by Judas Grouse and Medlar Mallow, two of Baldur's Gate's more noble denizens, who have taken an interest in Valor's Ransom and what they do for Baldur's Gate. Twinge Tinkertop had come by, and he said that he may have found a way to help you find your friends. Greer, Nordsock, Bael, and Sera have all been missing since the Night of Demons, since you guys left them on the rooftop. Then an arcane wave of energy blasted through all of Baldur's Gate, and one by one, unable to resist the magic effect, you all fell asleep. Then an organization called Gnomenclature Unknown had seized Valor's Ransom's weapons at the behest of a jester. But it was the pets and companions of Valor's Ransom that jumped into action and saved the day. So, Valor's Ransom, you wake up the next morning and you have all had the best sleep you've had ever. Even you, Daedalus. You've never really, you've gone into a deep meditative state. So you don't know traditional sleep, but you are very well rested. But it is the next day, and Twinge is getting up, and all of your pets are kind of like looking at you, like staring at you, waiting for you to wake up, as all of you are now kind of getting your bearings and opening your eyes. Daedalus, Nox has actually got her eye like right next to your head. And as you open your eyes, you just see this big yellow raptor eye just staring at you. And about 2 inches below the eye, you just see this row of teeth.
I guess I'll just start backing up. It's like I just kind of crawl on my back away.
And she meets your crawl with her own. As you kind of scurry back slowly a little bit, she kind of crawls forward a little bit. Her head very, very low to the ground. Her feathers...
So I call out to Terra. I was like, Terra, little help.
Do I see this going on?
You are now just barely coming to consciousness yourself, and you just see this big 2,000-pound raptor kind of leering at Daedalus.
Nox, don't eat the elf!
So Nox looks at you very quickly. You see her talons kind of twitch, which is, you've come to know is she's very excited. Mm-hmm. So as you kind of call out to her, her talons sort of twitch on the marble floor, and she kind of right back to Daedalus. You see that big yellow eye just staring at you.
I think she just wants to play with you, Daedalus.
Weirdly enough, you do see the head, the shrunken head, just hanging off of her tooth.
I was like, how did that get there? Terra, wasn't this in your possession? And I pointed the head.
So I kind of look over. Oh yeah, Maybe she was playing catch. Or something.
Or something.
I don't know, but my back feels good. Oh.
You do see Griffin there as well.
So I reach out and I pet him. Oh, good morning, Griffin. And I gotta just stroke him.
So he accepts your affection.
Oh, and I give him a little bit of jerky.
They're all covered in mud, head to toe in mud. You see footprints everywhere, mud drops. You don't really know what they've been into all night, but it looks like they were all together. Even Tyko.
So I kind of look quizzingly like, okay, why is there mud in my house?
And everybody make a perception roll.
19.
Halfling luck. Alrighty. Okay. Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
8.
12.
12? Okay. You're just, Barag, you're just so happy that you've had this full night, right? It feels like forever since you've had a really deep sleep like this.
Nice.
But the three of you notice that all of your weapons, even your spellbook, Daedalus, are in a big pile, covered in mud. Kohl, you notice that you see bullets every 10, 15 feet. You see kind of a bullet that's kind of dislodged from your holster belt. Everything seems to be quite a mess, except this weird pile of all of your weapons.
Did we wake up exactly where we fell the night before?
Yes. Yeah.
Which is to say, like, on the floor.
On the floor, yeah.
Okay. So I get up very slowly and just pick up my weapons and kind of clean them off as best as I can.
They're quite muddy.
So I was like, here, let me get that. And I cast prestidigitation on each one.
Nice.
And I clean them up.
So
Thank you.
you see
problem.
magic energy just kind of release from Daedalus, almost without thinking. He does it, and you just see the mud and the muck just kind of disappear, and it's cleaner than it's ever been.
Much better. Now, what happened here?
Oh no, but my back feels good.
Yeah, you guys all feel really good.
Oh, sorry, that's a very good question. I don't know what happened here either, but I sure do feel rejuvenated.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have a raptor to clean up because apparently it looks like she got into the garden.
So Twinge is kind of getting up slowly. He's very old, even for a gnome. He's very, very old, and he's kind of. I had news. In reference to helping find your friends.
Aye.
I was doing a little bit of research, and I believe I can help in that manner. And you see he's got a book of his own, and it doesn't look like a spell book. It's not like the book that Daedalus carries. It looks like a traditional book that you might pick up at a bookshop. It's the history of Baldur's Gate. And so he takes this big tome and he puts it on the table, and he kind of looks over to you guys because he was on his tippy toes when he. I need a booster seat or something. Kohl, put me on the table, please.
All right. And I pick him up.
So very light. His skin almost feels like tissue. It's very thin, and you almost feel in your hands like you could break him easy. Like he's very old. So you put him with care on the table, and he sits down Indian style, and he opens the tome, and he's like, "Okay, I found something very interesting. There was a moon elf that used to be part of the Council of Zazerth. Now, this was hundreds of years ago. He was killed coming from Waterdeep to Baldur's Gate. He was part of a caravan, but as I hear it told, he had in possession a seeing stone. I believe if we find the stone, we may be able to find your friends."
Find the stone we will.
And
Aye.
anybody else who may have gone missing that day. The pirate queen? I believe we could find her.
Ah,
Pirate
wonderful.
Queen.
And anybody else who you wish, of course. But anybody who is missing that night, as long as certain conditions are met, we have a diviner in the Council of Zazerth, and she just specializes in seeing things that have happened a long time ago, and seeing things that could possibly happen tomorrow, but she also can see people remotely. And I think we could use this to our advantage. However, you may have to leave the city for some time to locate the Seeing Stone. Now, from the reports, nobody from the caravan survived. But the Seeing Stone was never recovered. I can mark on a map exactly where this took place, and you could start from there. This was hundreds of years ago, obviously. So, but I feel, without a doubt, he would have taken some precaution to protect the stone in some way. I don't think it would have just been left out anywhere. I would recommend that you start your search, should you be so inclined.
And this was close to Waterdeep.
It was It was between Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate. And as he kind of, there's like a hand-drawn map in the book, and I need who's looking at the book as he's kind of explaining everything. Is everybody?
I definitely am.
Okay. So whoever's looking at the book, go ahead and make an intelligence check. General. No, if you have proficiency in history, go ahead and make that with advantage. Otherwise, just make a general intelligence check.
Modified 20.
Nice. You see the location as being right in the center of a place called the Troll Farm.
Okay. Sounds friendly.
So what do you guys do?
Sounds like the bad area of the internet.
So, Kohl, what does the lovely book say?
Well, it says we need to go to a place called the Troll Farm.
Oh,
So that's where I intend to go. If
I hope they don't play jokes on us or
don't
something.
feel like you have to join me. I'm the one with the clearest stake in this, but Terra, you seem to have chosen to not want to find your pirate companion in the past. I don't know that this would change your mind, but
I've been looking for him. I've been talking with the other dukes. We've been trying to get information, but even my, how do you put it, expertise and my agents, we haven't been able to find anything. If there's any chance, I'm willing to take it. I need Colin to just man things here, paperwork.
and are we talking about
I think this is the first time I've said Colin.
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, it is.
are we talking about Gefelda?
That's what he was referring to.
Okay,
He was referring
'cause that's
to
who I'm referring
Because everybody
to.
knows that she
Okay.
was never
right
captured.
right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
we're on the same page.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just, and as for her, I can't still. If you want to pursue her, by all means, but she is not my concern anymore. She hasn't been for quite some time.
Well, she's not my priority.
Greer is my priority. He's been with me through thick and thin and defended me against her. The least I can do is try and find him. For
Well,
some reason, I don't know why I thought you referred to him, but maybe you weren't around to find out that part.
No, I feel the same way.
He's a dear friend. I mean, walked the plank with me, basically.
I need to find them or find out what happened to them at the very least.
Oh, as you know, I'm always up for an adventure.
So, I kind of yell out, Colin, dear, I need your assistance.
So he comes kind of trotting to. He looks like he just woke up himself. He's just kind of rubbing the sleep out of his eyes. Lord?
Oh, please. It's Terra. How many times have I told you, my dear?
Lord Terra?
So I kind of just sigh. Well, I will be taking a bit of a leave here. Would you mind just manning things for the time being?
Is everything okay?
I'm hoping so.
Barag, make a perception roll.
Just in case. An 8.
An 8. Seems like a... Colin seems very focused on what Terra's telling him, but you're just not seeing anything definitive, but you're getting some odd body language when it comes to you specifically. He hasn't really met eye contact with you since you've walked in.
So I look at him. Colin, something wrong? You look kind of wary.
Just overslept, I suppose.
Colin is my second, I would say.
So just kind of bows.
He's a good man, and his wife makes the best pies, if I must say.
Indeed.
Pies. I'm always interested if there's food.
Oh,
Sorry.
actually, meet up with me. Bring your little one. I have a birthday gift for her. Make sure you're not working on her birthday, since I know what's coming up.
Yes, thank you.
Don't worry about the paperwork. If I'm still gone by then, go out, have a good time. It's on me.
I do appreciate it. Luckily, the city has been quite quiet for some time. And he kind of knocks on the table very loudly.
And so I knock also and get her a nice pretty dress. If anything, just show the crest of high heel around here. They'll normally let you into anything at this point, I think.
She loves riding on the boats.
Ah, wonderful. I see she takes after her father, yes?
She loves the sea.
Ah, good lass, good lass. Well, I'll meet up with you then in a little bit, and I'll get you all set up. And, of course, I'll say hello to your little one.
Thank you, Lord Terra. He walks away.
Terra, gents, I believe if you don't mind, we all make a visit to the merchant quarter, possibly. I think if we're gonna do this little adventure, we're gonna have to suit up, so, figuratively speaking.
So I kind of just brush myself off. Well, I'm ready.
Okay. So I go and collect my 2 swords.
Sure.
He cleaned off all of them, or just Kohl's?
It's up to Daedalus.
Oh, I
Cleaned them all?
haven't cleaned them all yet.
Okay. So I'm gonna pick up my 2 mud-stricken weapons.
So I'm just like...
So what did go on?
I have no
I don't know.
idea.
I'm a little perturbed by everybody's lack of
And while he's
concern.
looking at him, I'm just gonna snap my...
Just wake up on the floor, just like.
You know what? This is normal for Valor's Ransom. As much crap as we've been through.
I find your lack of concern disturbing.
Oh my.
Oh, Kohl.
Kohl is quickly distracted by Twinge, but he's otherwise horrified at everyone's casual nature here.
Like,
Nobody's asking any questions at all.
We've had 5 years of peace, and we just fall to the floor. And he's like, "Well, that happened."
Well, I'm ready.
Let's go and figure this out later.
That being said, do I still have those barrels or a barrel of gunpowder?
You have one.
I have one.
You have
That's what I thought.
one that exploded, but you do have the other one.
Okay, I would, before we leave at some point, I'd like to spend some time trying to craft some ammo.
Okay. Now, remember, you had to refine it because it was raw. It was very rough ammo. So I'm going to assume over the course of 5 years, at some point you took the time to refine the barrel of gunpowder.
Probably pretty quickly after the guild ordeal.
Yeah.
So I'm still watching my back at that
Yeah.
point. Like, I need this stuff.
Yeah. Miraculously, it did survive. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are going to craft bullets, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I believe that's a roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
While he's doing that, I'm going to just clean the rest of the weapons up real quick. Cast Prestidigitation on everything that's still dirty.
Daedalus, dear. Why don't you come with me to the garden? I have to pick some things up and also wash my cute little reptilian baby. Yes, I do.
So she kind of hops a couple times in one place, very excited as her tongue kind of flops out of its muzzle.
And so I kind of... Did you go into the garden again?
So she kind of like looks back quickly outside and looks at you.
Nox, what did you roll in? Is that... What is that? Oh, it smells.
Mud, and you think you see a little blood.
Oh, Nox, what did you get into? Oh, you poor thing, my poor little baby. Who hurt my baby?
Make a perception roll.
21?
It looks like a graze from a bullet.
So I'm gonna turn... Like very... You know like in those horror movies where the head kind of turns very slowly? Kohl?
To ratchet up suspense.
I turned my head very slowly back to her.
Did you try and shoot my raptor?
No.
Then why, on Hestia's Earth, is there a bullet wound on my raptor?
That's a fair question. I think it has something to do with what happened to us last night. That's what I've been trying to say. We knocked out cold in the middle of the night for no reason. We woke up with our weapons clearly having been removed from us and then placed very haphazardly back near us. Somebody did something with my pistols. And they tried to, I guess, shoot Nox?
So what you're saying is...
I mean, there's always...
Nox has something to do with this. And so I look at Griffin.
Full of mud.
I mean, look at him, and yeah, I have to agree with Kohl on
I'm
this
just
one.
scratching my head.
I would have, I mean, believe me, with due respect, if I was going to take out that pet of yours, I probably would have done it when she was small and less of a threat. I mean...
Are you seriously talking about killing my baby? And so I kind of like grip her
I'm-
by the...
it's-
I kind of grip her by the neck,
Relax, relax.
You
calm
asked
down,
me
everybody.
if I did, and I'm saying it wouldn't behoove me to try and do it now. She's quite. I mean, I could do it. Don't get me wrong. But
So I kind of pet her head. He's not gonna kill you. I'll kill him first.
I think what he's trying to say is, if he would have done it a long time ago when it couldn't kill him.
Okay, but what I want to know is why does she, and I kind of like refer to her in all her glory with my hands.
Well, why does my monkey smell like shit? That's my question. Because obviously something shady's going on here.
Do we notice if there's
Everybody
anything...
make a perception roll.
18.
28.
Okay.
Measly 6.
4.
All right, Terra and Kohl. When he says that, you notice Griffin slowly put his hands behind his back, and his eyes get big.
Griffin?
Can I inspect the bullet wound on Nox? And try to discern whether the bullet did come from my gun. Is there a way to
Sure,
do that?
yeah. Just make an intelligence check. You know what? Make a medicine check.
Ooh. Is that intelligence based?
That's wisdom.
Wisdom based.
But as you walk over to Nox, her head kind of quickly, like it's like lightning. you kind of walk over to her and say, well, let me check her out. And let me check out the wound. And you walk over to her, and her head quickly and she's staring at you. You see her teeth kind of show.
Maybe you should let Terra do that instead.
I kind of
like pet her snout. Nox, that's enough. He's just being nice.
So you hear a low kind of growl deep in her chest.
I just kind of bare my teeth at her and kind of a smile.
Showing your canines as well?
Yeah.
your tiefling canines?
I just want to... You know what? It probably did come from my pistol. You're right. I don't know how, but better if I don't agitate
Are
her.
you sure?
Yeah.
Well, suit yourself.
Quite.
You're just the sweetest little thing.
Oh
yes,
my.
you are.
So you see her kind of like move her head so you can scratch her behind her ear.
So I do.
Alright.
Mind if I borrow your washroom to clean up Griffin?
Well, we're going out to the garden. There's, we have the well and all that. That's what I use to bathe this one. And I
So-
kind of like give her like, almost like, a parent does when they're kind of like tired of seeing their kid dirty all the time. Like, oh great, I have to wash you again.
Mind if I follow you then? And also
Yes,
give-
Daedalus is going to help me. Yes, Daedalus?
I doubt
Come,
that.
Daedalus.
I doubt that. I think Daedalus is going to stay here.
I just need help picking the herbs. I mean, my small halfling form would very much appreciate it because I cannot carry all said herbs.
Yeah, but you're closer to the ground, so wouldn't it be making more sense if you picked them and he carried them?
Brog, why are you acting so smart now?
We had been bewitched.
No comment. I'm going to go outside to the garden to wash Griffin.
Oh, and, dear, check his, behind.
I gotta... Griffith, come here. Come here, Griffith.
Make an animal handling check.
While they're doing
Please
that,
fail.
I'm gonna
Please give him
inspect,
natural one.
I'm gonna inspect Broomie and see if there's anything wrong with.
15.
He begrudgingly. You're trying to like get a hold of him, and he's kind of flying and jumping, and you manage to kind of grab him and sit him still. And so, how are you?
I'm gonna just I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna hold him, and I'm just gonna put him towards Terra. Put his butt near her face.
He stinks.
So, Terra, tell me.
I have a monkey's ass in my face.
Is there an issue
Frog.
with my monkey? Because
Get that monkey's ass out of my face.
Is there an issue that I need to know? Do I need to change my monkey?
Yes, and get that monkey's ass out of my face.
Okay, so I take it out of her face and I walk outside to go.
Griffin's just kind of scrambling in your grip.
All right, Griffith, calm down. I reach by and give him
You
a piece
feel
of
these
jerky.
like tiny little simian fists hitting your chin as he's trying to escape. It just feels like literally. That's what it feels like to you.
Calm down, Griffith. I know. You want to be clean though, don't you? You don't want to smell anymore.
And as soon as you say that, it almost infuriates him even more as the punches keep rolling.
Yeah, I've taken worse. Just continue it. So I keep walking to the well to clean him up.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and make a perception roll? This is just for Daedalus. He's inspecting Broomie.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you roll?
7.
It's gonna be a bad night for Daedalus tonight.
Yeah.
Looks okay. He's just kind of floating.
Well, at least you're working properly. But with judging by how these other two look, I was saying, did you do something last night?
Broomie's got mud in the bristles and all over the handle.
So I just cast prestidigitation on at least the dirty parts.
Okay, so cleans her right up as your magic arcane energy removes any grime, dirt, or anything else that doesn't belong.
And then I put it into, and I go over to my pack and just kind of,
Strap her in.
yeah,
Okay.
and stay there. Okay?
Well, whatever.
Then I pick up my spell book.
Well,
Yeah, this stuff
whatever
before.
happened, my dear, it involves, and I point to Broomie, I point to where Barag went, and I kind of like go like 1, 2, 3. These 3. And do I see Tyko?
Tycho's there.
Can I see if they're... Does he obviously have mud?
He's mud, yeah. They're all muddy, but Tycho's there.
And then
well.
I point to... And whatever that is, that one too. And quite frankly, I don't care. All I care about is I get my sweet baby girl and I kind of like pinch her cheek.
So you see her eyes kind of close as you just are kind of...
Get her cleaned up, get these wounds, and again I look judgingly over to Kohl, bullet wounds cleaned up. Now Daedalus, come follow me, please.
So
as you finish...
cautiously follow her, 'cause I know what's going to be out there.
Yeah. So as you walk out, after you proclaim that the 4 of these have been up to no good, you hear, "You're right. I say we throw him in the slammer."
And so I look over.
It's 9:08 a.m.
Oh, how are
Jackass.
you doing? Oh, I missed your jackasses.
It's true. I am one to be missed. I've been told I've got a sparkling personality.
Yes, you do.
Indeed.
Oh, what color bow should we have for you this week?
If you've got fuchsia, I'm feeling very fuchsia today.
Oh, I'll make sure Cullen gets right on that, and we'll get some fuchsia and maybe some gold in there.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Sounds good to me, dear. And, Kohl, would you like to hold him for a little bit, at least until I get back?
Hold that thing?
No.
No.
I think we both agree.
Yes.
Aw.
If
You don't want bonding time, Kohl.
I mean, sure, you can call it
Don't
that.
do it. Don't do it,
Actually,
Terra.
in fact, yeah, sure.
No! It's a death sentence, I tell you.
I mean, assume the worst. Why
Look
don't
at him.
you?
He's smiling right now. He can barely contain himself.
Yeah. No,
It's
I'll hold on
disgusting.
to him.
I
Hold
see
on.
your murderous intent, Teifling.
Oh,
I'm not fooled.
it's one of the few times
I'm
not
just a
trying to
shrunken
hide
head.
it.
So I just take him off of Nox's tooth, and how did you get there, my dear?
It's a long story. You should have seen what we went through last night. I'm not at liberty to tell. We've been sworn to secrecy. Me and the rest of the team. Oops. Me and the rest of the whoever.
Okay. I want to hear this.
So as you are kind of walking out to clean Nox and to clean Griffin, and you are threatening a possession. Across the way, you see the Church of Hestia, which is also in the Merchant Quarter, not far from your manor. And you see a small crowd gathered, and everybody make a perception roll.
28.
Damn, dude, you are on a roll tonight.
Yeah, 19s and 20s.
16, actually, roll something decent.
15.
15. Okay, you all notice Sarnor, and he was actually the elven steward from the Omnium Continuum, who kind of walked you through all the different departments of the Omnium Continuum, and he's kind of standing there. He's got his hands on his shoulders, looking a little confused, and you see a lot of the priests from the Order of Hestia, and it happens to be right on the church grounds, right in their kind of greenhouse. You see just like this large gathering, and as you are looking, you just see this large plant-like hand like jutting out of the crowd as people are kind of looking it over and kind of murmuring to themselves. And you hear, "It's been so quiet. Why is this happening?" So what do you guys do?
So I'm gonna make my way over to where all the crowd is to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm gonna go find out what's the hustle and bustle about over there. Anybody care to join me?
Well, I've got a dirty raptor to clean.
Alright, so we haven't cleaned our animals yet.
Not yet.
Alright, well,
Except for me, I clean my animal.
Griffith, you mind waiting here? And I look at Terra. Terra, do you mind cleaning up Griffith for me if you don't mind while I find out what's going
here's
on?
the thing. He smells like shit.
Well, I gotta go find out what's going on over there. So if you don't mind, and I toss her a gold piece.
gold means nothing to me at this point. And so
she is a duke of
True.
Baldur's Gate.
I don't know. Just do it as a favor, I guess.
a favor as a favor.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah, just kidding. Do you mind?
Just when I thought you were getting smarter, Barag.
That was an accident.
So I reluctantly, come on, Griffin.
All right, make an animal handling check.
Yes.
18 plus 8.
So that the jungle lord in Terra High Hill, she kind of whistles in a particularly funny way, snaps her fingers, and says, "Come on, Griffin!" And quickly, he flies over to her. You notice he's not as afraid of Nox as he normally is.
So I kind of look back and forth. And you. And so I pull up the Shrunken Head. And so I go over toward where the well is, and I tie him, like, on the rope part. Like, where that, or, like, on the pole.
Okay.
Continue on with your tale, if you would.
I don't really have a tale to tell, Terra. Let's just say, you guys wouldn't be around if it wasn't for me.
So I walk over to the well handle and I just start going.
Oh, wait! Don't do that! And as it goes lower and lower, you hear hidden echo. Don't do that! Daedalus!
Are you going to tell us what happened last night then? Because it seems like you know.
I can't!
So
The team would kill me! Me!
I wheel him back up. What team? You keep on saying team.
It's true, I do say team. It's more of a brotherhood, really. You wouldn't know anything about that, Daedalus.
Dang.
So I was like, either you tell us or I'm just going to let go.
Why would you do that?
Well,
Barag paid a whole 10 gold pieces for me.
I think you'll
That's like wasting money.
just tell us what happened last night and I will not let go.
Listen, I wish I could, really. I don't want to betray any confidences. You understand. People trust me. If I leak, people might die, Daedalus. Would you like that on your conscience?
So I start slowly.
Don't do it, Snaggletooth! I'm telling you!
Well, then tell us what we want to know.
So, as you continue to torture the Shrunken Head, Barag.
Nice.
Who else is going with... Kohl, what are you doing?
I'm just going outside of Terra's house, and I'm just putting my hood up and just watching the temple from, like, afar. I'm
Okay.
not going with him.
Okay. You get to the greenhouse. It looks like about 6 foot of glass has been smashed. Make it just a general intelligence check.
Of course, my -1. I still need to up that sometime. 11.
11? Yeah, that's good enough.
Yay.
You don't know how it happened, but the hole in that glass is kind of the size and the shape of a raptor.
Oh my. So
It's rough, but as you're kind of looking at it, and then you look back at Nox, and then you look back at the hole in the glass.
I just kind of facepalm and I kind of hide and just look down and just kind of like shake my head like, Terra!
So as you scream to Terra, a couple of the folks of Baldur's Gate call you over, and Sarnor actually sees you and he goes, "Master Brock,
Hi.
might you take a look at this? You are a dwarf, of course. I don't know how far into the tunnels you've traveled, but have you ever seen anything like this before?"
Which particular thing?
I mean, you see it. It's probably an 8 foot, almost like plant, but it's in a humanoid shape. It's got different fungus and mushrooms coming out of it. You see huge slices coming off of it. You see what looks like bite marks and huge chunks missing off of it.
And probably a giant hole in his head.
Oi.
About the size of a broom handle.
Well, I've done a fair bit of adventuring and
Make a. Why don't you make? Just make. Make a. Yeah, again, an intelligence check.
11 again.
11 again. There are many different humanoid plant lives that live in the Underdark.
Yeah.
You've heard of these things, but you've never actually seen one before. They're called myconids, and two things strike you. Number one, they're never on the surface, ever.
Yeah.
Number two, they're usually docile. They're not usually aggressive.
So I look at sonar. Or what's his name?
Sarnar.
Sorry. I look
No
at
worries.
Sarnar. Well, I've heard tales of these creatures. They're called myconids. Never seen one in person before, and normally, from what I know, they don't usually come up, nor do they. Well, it looks like it's been in a fight.
Indeed, natural 20. Yeah, I've heard of these creatures as well. It must have been desperate to come to the surface. Something has obviously driven it up. What, I do not know.
Aye, it's very troubling. Why it's here, I mean. And I look at the glass, very troubling, because I don't know what made that hole.
Indeed. And then he kind of looks at all the like smash bits of terracotta gnome. I would say it was vandalism, but
Maybe.
I really don't know what to make of it. It doesn't seem like anybody was killed except for this creature.
Aye, it's very strange. I mean, there's just these broken gnomes and creatures, and do I see any, like, footprints or anything?
Make a nature check.
Let's see.
Survival check, rather.
Survival.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I like
Because
that.
you're looking for tracks and
Mhm.
things like that, so that would be survival.
That's a good thing I chose that as proficiency.
That's nice to have.
Inspiration?
Ah!
Roll the 2?
Sure.
I'm gonna,
And
yeah.
you're still going with that dice.
No, I'm gonna switch to the gray. I'm gonna find the 1 by the end of the evening.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
A 1? A natural 1?
A natural 1.
Wow. So you actually rolled a 0. Because you
Yeah.
got a negative 1 on your... Oh, no, you have proficiency.
Yeah, I actually have 5.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll be-
You can't really make heads or tails. I mean, you see a lot of movement in the mud,
Mhm.
but you really can't discern any sort of identifying footprint.
Looks like just a lot of mud.
Some
And-
sort of skirmish.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. There's tons of just everything.
Indeed.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's very strange. We will probably be looking into this soon.
Kohl, make a perception roll yourself, would you?
23.
23. So as you've got your hood up and you're just kind of watching from afar, coming up the street, you see a very large, at least 7 foot tall bugbear with a very ill-fitting business suit and a leather case, tufts of hair coming out from the arms and the legs. He's marching down the street, and you just hear him go as he's walking toward the church,
So I
rather in a huff.
make sure to stay out of his way and just continue observing.
Yes, he's the one who tried to sell you an IRA at the Bugbear Bank
Okay.
of Baldur's Gate.
Yep,
You
I
definitely
remember
recognize him. So as Barag, you are there, you see the crowd part for this immense bugbear, and he's got a one monocle and an ill-fitting suit and that leather case, and he kind of parts through the crowd and goes as he bends down and he picks up pieces of terracotta gnome decoration, and he just goes
I just kind of take 2 steps back.
and the crowd kind of like, let's let him have his space.
Yeah, he's Yeah, I think he seems pretty angry.
And he's just kicking up dirt and angry in what could be only described as a pure act of vandalism against the Bugbear Bank of Baldur's Gate.
I just kind of look down and look at him, and yeah, I think someone might want to clean this up. I don't know exactly what's going on here.
Sarnor puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, "Well, my business is concluded here then."
Yeah, I don't know who's going to clean this up. I might help if I can, but I think I have to speak with my comrades.
Yeah, well, I have business to attend to, so...
And I think so does he, and I pointed at the Bugbear. He seems pretty upset, so I don't want to be within striking distance.
Yeah, me neither. I like my head exactly where it is.
I agree with that. So, I will see you far away from here.
Indeed. Good day, Master Dwarf.
Good day to you as well, and I quickly dash away
Sure.
as fast as I can.
And you see Barag making a beeline right to the manor. Okay, so for the most part, unless anybody has anything else they'd like to do.
I'm actually going to water the sapling juniper tree that I put in that pot.
So you did plant something?
Yeah, I put
Okay.
a juniper.
Am I still questioning the Shrunken Head?
So it takes 7 days
Mm-hmm.
to sprout. So
Am I still questioning the Shrunken Head?
if you want to.
I was like, okay, you need to tell us what happened last night. You know something.
I know nothing. Nothing of interest to you, Daedalus. I know that you need a makeover. I know that nail coming out of your mouth is quite disgusting. And good thing you got that necklace.
I just start slowly lowering it again. Come on, man. All you do is tell me.
Terra! Help me! This is unfair. I can't even defend myself. I have no damn arms or legs.
Well, then tell us what we want to know, and you will not...
You won't break me! You'll never break me!
So I'm just whistling and kind of pouring water on Nox.
So I'm just still slowly lowering. Come on. Or are you just going to get a
No!
nice dip?
And finally you hear him as he finally breaks water.
So, am I within earshot of any of it?
Yeah, sure.
I just kind of stroll over and I look down the well and, not to interrupt the process, but that thing doesn't have any lungs, does it?
Well, only it's a head. So I quickly put him back up.
So you see him drenched. His bow is falling out of his hair.
Can it be drowned? I mean,
It would be an inconvenience.
well,
Kohl!
I won't stop him.
No! You're a stand-up guy. I see it in your eyes.
No, it's more of a really just a scientific interest. I really don't care.
So you see his eyes go. Don't do this, Kohl.
I'm not.
You're better than that.
So as he says that, I go to untie him from the rope.
Sure.
And I tie him on the buckle on the waist. I need to get you that bow, huh?
Finally. Right where I belong. So long, sucker.
So as he says that, I'm like,
It's 10:15.
sucker, can you come over here? I need you to help me with these herbs.
I give her I give her a face. For being called sucker.
And I pull out my herbalist kit.
Mm-hmm.
And I start what is it? I start harvesting some of the.
Well, it hasn't sprouted yet. You just...
No, not the one in the pot.
Oh, okay.
But in the garden
Okay.
of my manor.
So why don't you go ahead and make? We're gonna say. Would you make an intelligence check with advantage because you're using your kit?
$21.
You've got about 4 serving sizes, if you would. 4 units of herbs from your juniper.
I think I have a mix of juniper and juniper berries, and then also I think I kind of distinguished that I wanted to try and do healing herbs.
Sure.
So any of those mixture.
Those seeds you gotta find. They're not easy.
Yeah.
So.
And then I have like just berries
Sure.
primarily in the bag.
You know, make an intelligence check with advantage.
26.
You know from your time on Chult, there are some nuts and berries and herbs that actually have not just medicinal properties, but other properties as well.
Oh, that's right.
So you can actually look for that stuff.
Yeah,
should
I'm
you
probably
want
going to go to the merchant quarter and do that.
Okay.
But I'm going to get this here.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
So by this time I'm back at the manor, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
It's not very far. It's literally like
across.
yeah.
Okay. So I approach. Yeah, there's quite the ruckus going over there. There's, I think, whatever happened over here, I think might have had something to do with what happened over there. You know, broken glass. And I lean over the Terra. In the shape of a raptor. Just to warn you.
What if it's just a big hole that's not, conveniently? And I kind of like point to Nox.
We'll go with that. Conveniently shaped like. Yeah, it's quite an adventure. There's a,
Maybe she went to go pray or something.
Yeah, when there's a big myconid creature that.
A Mycahuda
A myconid.
Your life on the sea has not really garnered you much in the way of underdark creatures, but go ahead and make an intelligence check anyway.
A Mycahuda
Giant mound of dirt with mushrooms and different vegetation into it, basically, for your sake. Giant thing that is just rotting over there now.
So as you guys are kind of talking, right, kind of in front of the manor door is still very much wide open, and you hear Twinge Tinkertop say, "It doesn't belong here." And as you kind of look back, he's got this big pie pan, and he's just going at a berry pie with a spoon as he's talking to you guys from inside the manor.
It looks like he's having a good time eating that pie.
And so I kind of like haul the basket with me, because big basket. Daedalus, dear, can you bring these berries out with me?
So I kind of just grab one side with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a two-handed basket, right?
Yeah.
So I grab one side, then I cast Mage Hand, and it grabs the other, and we just hold it over.
Sure. So what do you guys do?
So I just pet Nox, and whatever you did, I'm pretty sure it involves our weapons. So whatever it was, thank you, my love. So I kind of like nuzzle her. You're just the sweetest little thing. Yes, you are.
She just loves being showered in affection. Her tail is just very quickly.
I call for Griffin. Hey, Griffin! And I pat my shoulder and I hold out a piece of jerky.
And
Come here, Griffin.
I have a little red bow on top of his head.
Sure. So he flies over to your shoulder, and you feel like you could have sworn that he gave you a shoulder block as he landed on your shoulder.
Oh, what was that for?
So he just kind of is staring at you, eating the jerky.
So I just struck him. You're such a good boy. I assume the mess that you got in might have had something to do with the mess over there.
You may want to get him some new clothes.
I think a merchant's quarter might be able to help me with that. I think he's fitting of it, and I kind of stroke his hair and scratch him behind the ear. What a good boy.
He punches you in the face.
I see you just love it. I give him another piece of jerky.
It's a good dwarf pet.
I get punched in the face consistently? Awesome.
Yes.
Good dwarf pet.
Yeah.
Right, so
very good. It's like just punch me in the face. Yes.
I'm gonna drop off the berries over to like the kitchen area.
Sure.
And I start heading out, and I look over to Twinge, dear, are you coming with? We're going to the merchant quarter.
No, I've got pie.
If you
Fine.
want more pie or anything else to eat, just let the servants know. And what's her name? What's her name? I have her name here. Notes. It's a thing.
It doesn't even look like he's listening. He's just eating
Eating
that
the
pie.
Jada has more pie. If you want more pie.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just kind of like shrug my shoulders.
As you look at him, he's just got smears of red berry on his face. He's very content.
Terra, you joining me for the merchant's quarter?
Yes. Well,
Hi.
there's just some things that I want to look over. Things I need to pick up.
Well, technically, you are in the merchant quarter already.
Yeah,
Duh,
well, over
we're right
by the
across
Omnium.
Omnium Continuum?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's where I'm gonna go to.
Okay.
Omnium Continuum, so I can pick up some things and look for some new stuff and
Sure.
commission a few pieces.
Everybody going to the Omnium?
I will go with, but I would like to craft some ammunition.
Okay.
That never happened.
We can say...
Oops.
Yes. Why don't you go ahead and make... Did you make your check already?
No.
So remember, you use half the resources to craft bullets using your kit. So, go
So
ahead.
it's half of the gold cost.
Right. Half the
Okay.
gold cost.
So I have to look up the gold cost in a second. But it's like my first bad roll of the night. So I add my proficiency and
Your
anything else?
your proficiency, and it's also going to be your intelligence modifier as a tinkerer. Look, if it's a bad roll, this is a good place to have a bad roll.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's 11.
That's not bad, dude.
Yeah.
That's not bad. All right, so
I need 19s.
Natural 20.
so you can craft these bullets, but it's going to take a couple of hours.
Okay.
You managed to craft 31 bullets.
Cool. That will do for now.
Okay, so you're just going to divide the gold cost in half
Okay.
for those bullets.
I have to look that up, but I will do that.
Anybody else want to do anything before you head to the Omnium Continuum?
No, I don't think there's anything else I need to do at the manor specifically. Myself. Daedalus, you joining us for the Omnium Continuum? Or are you going to stay here and hang out with the raptor?
No, I will be coming with you guys.
I kind of figured
And I
you
quickly
probably
walk
would.
out the door.
Okay. All right, so you guys head over to the Omnium Continuum. The crowd is now starting to disperse as you see a few Flaming Fist mercenary guards now kind of loading the body of this Myconid onto a horse-drawn cart. There's about 6 of them there. And they're just kind of dispersing the crowd. Whatever little crowd is left after the bugbear just displayed his anger.
Scared us all away.
So you guys get to the Omnium Continuum, and you do see the very soft-spoken Sarnor there. Master Barag, sooner than I expected.
Aye. Same goes for you, Sarnar. That was,
Well, I was on my way to work, so
well.
I tell you,
true.
elves don't sleep, but if I did, I had a pretty good sleep last night. I had a pretty good deep meditation last night.
It was a...
I feel really good.
I know, I feel the same. It was a very interesting evening, to say the least.
Did you fall asleep suddenly, without warning, as if you were...
I fell into a heavy meditation, and
Right.
yeah, for longer than usual, in fact.
It happened to him, too.
Yeah, I've asked some of my comrades here at the Omnium Continuum, and it seems like everybody just suddenly fell unconscious in a deep sleep. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
I think we were attacked.
It has the stink of magic to it.
Good. More magic.
Well, I wouldn't say good, but sure, whatever you say.
Well, my back feels great. That's a plus.
So you think magic did that? Alright.
So, how can I help you? Oh, by the way, there's no refund policy on Shrunken Head, if that's what you're here for.
No.
Oh no.
No, we like the Shrunken Head.
All
He's
right.
pretty
Yes,
cool.
Kronos loves his job, don't you, Kronos?
Kronos.
Yes.
That's my name.
Uh,
Kronos the Magnificent. And he kind of looks over to Daedalus.
Hey, that's my title.
okay. That's not what we're here for. We're here to do some shopping. Of course.
Oh, are you here to pick up your commission from Yostrick?
Yeah. I'm here to pick up that crystal
Indeed.
necklace I had commissioned.
Indeed, yes. It's been here for quite some time.
I know.
You do still owe a little bit on that.
Oh, of course. Whatever they need.
Okay, so
Well, not whatever they need, but the
Look it
set
up.
amount.
Sure. I have it here.
Okay,
I
cool.
forgot what I had commissioned.
It's been waiting for me.
I think mine was the dragon.
No.
No, it wasn't that. No, it was the dagger. I think I made mine into a dagger. My piece of the crystal.
Yeah, you had your dagger. You didn't have it enchanted, but you had it put into a standard dagger,
Mm-hmm.
the crystal.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have that for you too. So you owe 1,500 gold pieces.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Which do I have?
157. And then
Well, I have actually about. So yeah, down to like 2,500 total gold.
oh lord.
Yeah. Well, you gave me all the gold, and we have a lot of gold, so
Okay. Hold on. Math.
yeah. So I give him 1,500 gold and just
Okay.
stacks. Like, here you go. This is
So,
everything.
do you guys have enough for that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's 1,573 plus 1,573.
Oh.
Hold on.
Math.
Yeah, I had 1,500 gold myself already.
Oh, and then we had the 25,000.
Because remember,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
sold my... I sold
Your chimera.
Rising
Chimera
Rising
Rising.
away, so I had a lot of gold from that.
And then
Can't believe I sealed that deal too. To this
Yeah,
day.
I was like, that was worth it.
then
That's a lot of
minus-
gold to carry around. I could buy a new weapon for that.
And then minus 1,500.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
so 25.
So we still have 25,073 gold
Yeah,
pieces.
that's a lot of gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
good lord, yeah, we do.
All right. So
You don't even want to know how much platinum we have.
Yeah, that's not including platinum
all right. So
and all that.
and your dagger comes to 500 gold pieces.
Which I will do. And then I'll pay for an enchanting of some sorts.
That will
Push it back longer.
be a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be about 9 months.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why
fine.
mine took so long.
Yeah. And that's fine with me.
Okay. All right. They will enchant it as best they can.
Yay.
But it will be about 9 months. Anybody else looking to pick up anything at the Omnium Continuum?
I'm actually going to see if I can go in and find someone who can commission a piece for my gold hand.
Sure.
Commission something for it.
I think you wanted to do like a hilt or something.
I want to do some kind of weapon.
A sword hilt?
Yeah,
Sure.
and also shop around for some weapons while I'm here.
Okay.
Something with a two-handed versatile property, possibly.
That's very specific.
You know,
very
do some
specific.
shopping around,
Sure.
looking for that specific quality, hopefully.
All
I was
right.
going to say, I'm looking for armor and herbs.
Okay.
You guys?
What are you guys looking for?
I'm gonna look for like any maybe new magical items that might have popped up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look for any potions that catch my eye.
Okay. So, who wants to go first?
We'll have them go first since...
Okay.
You wanna?
We're a little complicated.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ours is a little more...
All right. So you walk up to a counter, and the counter is as you walk into this department of the Omnium Continuum. It's unusual because you walk on the floor, and then your next step is right onto the wall. and then you take another step to walk off, and it's onto the wall, and as you kind of look up, the floor is bare. And you see what looks like a light, but it's hanging upside down on the floor. And as you kind of walk, and you look up, and you see a whole lab set up on the ceiling, and you see a gnome kind of working vials and little bubbling cauldrons and pots and all kinds of things. As he kind of looks at you, how can I help you?
Well, preparing to adventure out for a while. May get into some trouble, to be honest with you. I'm just looking for something that might prepare me or aid me. Anything, really.
The life of an adventurer.
Yes.
Many tieflings pick up the sword.
Yes, so I did, and... well,
Unfortunately, most times it's out of necessity.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of both for me, but I find myself doing it once again, and I just want to be ready.
Excellent. So, what sort of potions are you looking for? Your standard healing potion, or?
Yes, that as well, but I'm looking for something maybe a little off the beaten path. Anything that,
So you are looking for the unusual, the rare,
Yes.
perhaps the exotic?
Yes. All of those things.
Okay. Man after my own heart. Well, why don't we go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look here. So he pulls out one potion, and he goes, "Well, what kind of work will you be doing other than adventuring? Are you going to be adventuring out on the high seas, or
Well,
just going to the deepest, darkest places on the material plane?"
that sounds more likely to me for the adventure that I'm staring down right now.
Okay. All right. So he kind of he picks out this big tome, and he kind of flips it open to the potion section, and each page is a picture, a hand-drawn picture of a potion, with a gold amount on there. And he goes, "Well, I have a very special one here. You consume this potion. It's a clear liquid with little floating things in it, but if you consume it, you will be able to fly for an hour as fast as you can walk."
Now that sounds like exactly what I need.
Indeed. Now, we do have another potion, of course. Not quite like the potion of flying, but if you need to get into somewhere and not be seen, we have a potion that can shrink you. We do have another one that can make you very big. It's popular with gnomes.
I bet.
Yes.
Well, how much are each of these potions? What do they run?
Which one specifically are you looking
I would say the flying potion,
for? Okay.
and the one that makes you very large.
Well, the potion of flying is one that's in demand quite a bit, so that's 1,000 gold.
Okay.
And the one that turns you into a gaseous state is a little cheaper. That's 800 gold. The one that shrinks you, that is also 800 gold.
Okay. And you mentioned one that enlarges?
Oh yes, there's one potion that actually combines both. It can either shrink you or enlarge you, if you'd like. Or there's one that's a little bit more expensive. That is 1,000 gold because you have both options. But we do have a potion of shrinking. It's 800 gold.
Okay. Well, I think I'll take a potion of shrinking.
Indeed.
Or actually, let's go with the one that gives you the option. The 1,000 gold one.
Okay. Potion of Shrinking and enlargement.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'll take one of those.
Okay.
And
So that's 800 gold.
okay. How much gold do we have
A shit ton.
collectively?
Collectively,
24,000.
Because I know, like, I have my little personal
Over
stash, but
24,172. Collectively.
24,000, and that's not including the platinum.
that's not.
That's not including platinum. That's
Jeez.
just gold
Okay.
pieces.
I will definitely take that flying potion as well, kind
It's
sir.
1,000 gold pieces.
Okay, and I
Now,
think that's
Because I do have one potion. For your line of work, it is very expensive.
okay.
But it will make you resistant to all damage.
Ooh.
For about a minute. But a minute, as you know, in your line of work, is all the difference.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
That is 7,000 gold pieces, and I only have one.
That's steep.
It is steep, but it will make you very, very resilient in the face of anything.
So he 2 potions, 1,000, 1,800.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from their perspective, can they see me from where they are at?
No, you're in a separate
Okay.
department of the Omnium Continuum. The Omnium Continuum is kind of, and they probably wouldn't see you because you're on the
Upside
ceiling,
down on the
upside
ceiling.
down, because gravity works in reverse in this particular
Right.
section of the Omnium Continuum. It actually, when working in a zero-G environment, for whatever reason, their potions are far more potent, and it takes about half the brewing time.
Well, as for that potion, in my line of work, I've been known to take my risks. I think I'll have to keep doing that, but I'm gonna let my colleagues know about it. Maybe they'll be interested themselves.
Indeed.
So,
There is only one of that,
Okay,
so I would let them know sooner rather than later.
I certainly will, and so that'll just be the flying and the shrinking or enlargement for me.
Sure. I do have another one. It's quite expensive. This one is 4,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
But this would allow you to... Now, this could be abused. So I hope you are a trustworthy tiefling.
And I just lean further over the counter.
This would allow you to peer in another's mind.
I lean back. Oh, well, that would have come in handy in the past, that's for sure. Could see it coming in handy in the future.
I mean, why interrogate? Yes? When you can
Yes,
divine
yes.
anything that somebody is thinking.
I will be right back.
Indeed.
And I pay him for the 2 potions, the flying and the
So
shrinking
1,800
and
gold.
enlargement.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna wander and try to find everybody else.
Okay. Daedalus.
So I was in pursuit of some magical items. see if
Okay.
there's any
What
around.
specifically are you looking for?
Really hard to say. I already have some wands, so maybe just some sort of clothing item.
Okay. So you go over to the clothing section. Okay. Well, there's a whole section. The clothing section has not just clothing and cloaks and things like that, but also has an assortment of textiles as well. So you go in there, and there's a pleasant human, portly. He's got a big, thick mustache and beard. He's got almost like a cauliflower ear on one side. It's swollen. And he's got long hair in the back, but he's bald on the top, and he's got kind of like a really bad comb over. Pleasant fellow, and he kind of welcomes you. Hi. How can I help you?
Yes, is Do these have any like enchanted properties?
Oh,
or-
most of them have enchanted properties. What specifically are you looking for?
I don't know. What do you have to offer?
Okay. Let's see. It kind of goes through and, well, we've got robes of all kinds. We've got robes that, let's see here. You see one robe, and it's hanging in its own separate case. This robe actually has a bunch of eyes painted on it. And as you kind of look at it, the eyes on the robe seem to kind of follow you as you walk. And as you kind of stop and you look at the robe and you kind of walk back, the eyes continue to follow you backwards. And he goes, this is the robe of eyes. It allows you to see in every single direction. Quite useful for any mage, I'm sure. You are a mage, are you, Master Dwarf? Or Master Elf?
I am a warlock.
Oh, warlock. We don't get very many of those. I probably wouldn't announce that too loud in the Omnium Continuum.
I won't tell anyone, but I think they won't have anything against me.
Sure. Yeah, this robe will also allow you to see anybody who's using any sort of enchantment or enchanted item that would make them invisible. Even creatures that are from a different plane that exist here, such as ghosts and spirits and such. Some that are coming through a dimensional rift. You'll be able to see all of that stuff.
How much does it cost?
This one is quite pricey. It's a one-of-a-kind item. 11,000 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Now this one was not made, it was found.
What else do you have? I'm gonna have to speak with my fellow teammates about that one.
So we do have one robe. It's quite powerful. And as he kind of takes you over to another case, you see a robe that has a hood on it. And you almost see, coming like from the neck all the way to the back of the neck, you see bright dots of illumination, of red illumination that almost look like stars blinking from a distance. And as you kind of pull back, you notice the whole cloak looks like stars, like a starry sky. This one, will make you harder to be poisoned. It basically gives you +1 on your saving throws, on all your saving throws. So you get an additional +1 on your saving throws. And he says, it will also give you the ability to cast arcane magic missiles at 5th level. He doesn't say that, I say that. So you get magic missiles at 5th level.
How many times can I cast that? Is like once per long rest, or as much as I want?
There are up to 6 times.
Up to 6 times,
Yeah.
and then after that, no more.
No, hold on. That's once per long rest, I believe. Hold on.
Or for me, it's just my 4-hour meditation, and then, or do I have to
Daily at dusk. You get 1d6 stars reappear. So if you use all 6, the next day I roll a d6, and that's what you get back the next day. So, does that make sense?
Okay, so 1d6
And
every day.
yes, and he says, and you can use this robe also to enter the astral plane.
Ooh, the astral plane.
Indeed.
But this one's probably pretty expensive, isn't it?
It's one of the most expensive items in the Omnium Continuum, but you look like an elf of high regard.
Yeah, well, we don't have all the gold in the world.
Tell you what, I'll take 3,000 gold off of the top. 22,000 gold. And I guarantee you, you'll never find this road again.
Once again, I'm gonna have to speak with the one who runs our money, because my personal funds are nowhere near that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep both those in mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna speak with the teammates, and I might be back, but I have to speak with them first.
Indeed.
Okay, so I'll be right back, and I go off to find wherever they went.
Sure. Barag,
Aye.
what are you doing?
So I got the necklace, right?
Hmm?
From Sarnar.
Uh-huh.
So what does the necklace do?
It is. I have it here. Hold on. I have it here.
Awesome.
Well, it's your
Crystal necklace.
Yes. It
the one with the. Is that the one with the? That's the
one we
symbol?
got from,
the purple crystal that you got
that
from
we
the
got
Crystal
from
Castle.
Ransom. Yeah,
Mhm.
that we salvaged.
I have
So I
it
had
here.
that commission. I still have Griffith's character sheet.
Yeah,
I was looking at like, oh, good times.
that was a great adventure.
Heck yeah. And about to be another great adventure soon.
Yeah. Okay, so I have it here. I'll. Where is it? Oh, here it is. It is a necklace of adaptation.
Ooh.
So, go ahead. And the way it works, it requires attunement.
Okay.
It's almost, it looks gold, and it's got little red and white embellishments hanging off. It doesn't actually close all the way around, right?
Mhm.
Like where your Adam's apple is open space.
Yeah.
And it gets kind of like thicker toward the back of your neck.
Nice.
And right at the back of the neck is where that purple crystal is that has been kind of polished and shaped into like a hearth shape.
Nice.
So while you're wearing this, you can breathe normally in any environment. Any environment.
That's freaking sweet.
So poison, fumes, spores, things like that.
Yeah.
And you have advantage on saving throws made against any harmful gases, vapors, and spells such as Cloud Kill, Stinking Cloud, and any inhaled poisons, and some breath weapons from some dragons. So
Dang.
you have advantage on all those saving throws.
That's a lot of saving throws.
Yeah.
That's a lot to write down for saving throws.
So he kind of polishes it up really nice, and he hands it over to you.
Aye. Thank you so very much for this.
Indeed, it was an honor to work on it.
Aye. Oh, it's an honor to receive it. This will come in very handy.
And the presentation it comes in like this cherry wood box with a velvet inlay.
Aye. Very good work. I am very pleased. Thank you so very much. This is going to come in very handy in the time to come.
We gave you a hefty discount.
Aye. Oh, I appreciate it. I will send a lot of business your way, of course,
Thank you.
as a gratitude.
I do appreciate that, Master Dwarf.
Aye. And probably bring more work for you from me personally.
Well, we are open for buying things as well. So if you're out on any of your adventures, anything you'd like to sell, any oddity, bring it by the Omnium Continuum. We'd love to see it.
Aye, most definitely.
I heard through the grapevine. I happen to know some of the work crew that helped, but I heard that you might be in possession of the eyes of a beholder. Would that be true?
I didn't want to say anything yet.
Well, I happen to be friends with somebody who worked on the work crew that excavated those parts and pieces out of that catacomb. It took many hands. You lost a couple, but you've got most.
Aye.
Now,
Gotta
the
do
Omnium
so.
Continuum would love to take a look. Obviously, Twinge is part of the Omnium Continuum, and
Naturally.
we trust his work, and they are very well preserved.
Aye, he's very good. And who's around me at this point?
It's just you and him.
Sarnar.
Yeah.
Terra's not with me, or she's
No.
already went
No,
off
you,
on her
all
own?
four of you went in separate directions.
Okay.
So he says, now, as far as I know, nobody in the country of Faerun, and possibly the material plane, has in possession a whole beholder eye, let alone the amount of beholder eyes you have. And if I am
Right.
to believe, Twinge, you even got the anti-magic eye.
Possibly.
Now, the Omnium Continuum would not insult you with a lowball offer.
Of course not.
But if we could have maybe some of our experts take a look at the specimens,
Mm-hmm.
the integrity of the specimens, we would love to give you a legitimate offer on these specimens.
I think that's something as a group of Valor's Ransom. I think all of us, we should all discuss that with you in person. All four of us be present for that.
I do appreciate that.
But it's something I'll pass along to our group here and definitely consider the offer, and we'll be in contact soon about that.
I appreciate that. Now, we did give you a considerable discount on the necklace, so
Aye.
if I could only ask, as a measure of respect,
Mm-hmm.
that you not sell it to anybody else. And
I don't think we're gonna do that.
even if you don't sell it to us,
Uh-huh.
these items could be very dangerous in the wrong hands. You
Aye.
understand?
I agree. I think they might be good for Baldur's Gate in the future, possibly, and anybody else who might have come across them. Hopefully, you don't sell them to somebody. I doubt
No,
you
we
would.
we would want to keep them here in house.
Yeah. Use them to
Baldur's
protect the
Gate
city.
has been quiet lately, but it's had its under siege moments.
Indeed.
So it would be used in preparation for defense of whatever might threaten the city.
I kind of figured. I was thinking of something like that myself, being a former general. It would be certainly a very unique item to have in defense of the city.
Indeed. So if you could just pass that along to the rest of your team, I would, even if you don't sell them, I would just love to see them.
Aye, indeed, my friend. I will take that under consideration and speak with the group. We'll probably see you on the way out, I'm assuming.
Very well. Yes.
We will definitely talk to you on the way out about that.
Thank you, Master Dwarf.
I have some business to attend to. I have to find maybe a new weapon or something. So,
Now, don't lose that necklace.
aye, and I hold on to it. I'm actually going to put it on.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it on. But as far as attunement goes, how long does that take again?
It takes about an hour.
So I will.
A short rest.
Yeah, I'll put it on, but I want to tune to it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just put it on for now and go and conclude my business and attune with it
Okay.
later.
All right.
Make sure it doesn't go wandering. And then I put the box in my backpack.
It's a nice box.
Yeah, to make sure I have somewhere safekeeping just
Sure.
in case.
All right, Terra. What is Terra High Hill up to?
I am looking for armor.
Armor?
Yeah.
So yeah, the armor smiths. Well, they don't actually have a smith right there working, but it is actually like the first room on the left. As soon as you go into the Omnium Continuum, it's one of the most heavily trafficked sections of the Omnium Continuum because it's literally closest to the door.
Mm-hmm.
You see a couple of humans manning the that section of the Omnium Continuum, and one of them greets you, Mistress Highhill.
Yes.
We were not expecting a visit. To what do we owe the pleasure?
I'm just shopping around. Armor is a necessity for me.
Indeed, we were commissioned to make Master Daedalus's Chimera armor. How is that holding up, by the way?
He loves it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How can I help you?
Oh, well, I wanted to just check on your wares. See what you have, maybe, for someone light on their feet.
Light on their feet. Let me take a look here. So he kind of like goes through his inventory, and you see beautiful helmets. You see one helmet that looks like it's almost got like a brain sort of pattern on the outside, and it's got like this purple monocle over one eye. And then you see one helm that almost looks like a samurai helm. And it's got almost like an upside down A in gold in the front. You see several haversacks, Heward's haversacks, which you're familiar with. You see one that is, it looks, as silly as it's going to say, it looks like a beautifully crafted helmet that's been bedazzled. It's just got gems of all different sorts of colors on it. And then you see one that almost looks like it could have been molded from somebody. It's got big green crystals with pointy ears, but it's a solid helmet. And then you see gauntlets, you see bracers, of course. And you do see, kind of walks you over to, okay, armor. We are going to get you use medium, yes? Yes. Okay. So, you see one set of armor. It's dark leathers, and it's almost got like this leather pauldron on one arm, and it's kind of lined with fur around the collar, down the jacket part. And he goes, we have this particular armor. It is made of the best Yeti hide. It coming from the mountains of the dwarves, the Dwarven Kingdom, and you will be far less affected by the effects of cold weather if this is something that you would be interested in.
Ah, yes. Well, we've been in many spots where we've either been dying of heat or freezing to where we're losing fingers and some of us toes.
We also have an assemblage of leather armors that make you resistant to a type of damage or condition. So if you find yourself fighting dragons, fire-breathing dragons, we do have a beautiful scarlet leather armor that makes you resistant to fire. We have another one that makes you more resistant to black necrotic energies. We have one that makes you resistant to poisons and thunder damage, radiant damage, lightning damage, all sorts of damage.
The necrotic one. I'm a little interested in that one. I'm, as you know, constantly in the thick of, how do you say it, magical problems.
Indeed. Fighting undead things can often be a problem.
Oh, yes. A very big problem.
We do have that set. We do have it on hand. Normally it's 14,000 gold pieces. For you, we can do 12. And you could wear it out today, or we can put it in a nice display box for you.
I wanted to ask.
Sure.
Gold piece to platinum pieces, like how much is
It's
one?
10 platinum to, it's one platinum to 10 gold.
Okay, give me 1 second. Jesus. Let me just show you.
Huh? You guys hardly ever buy anything.
We hardly ever buy anything.
235 platinum? Holy guac.
So 235, no, 2,000,
2,300.
2,350 gold.
Ooh.
Plus
Wow.
the 25.
No, we're down.
24.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
well,
yeah, because-
22 because he went and bought 2 potions.
Mm.
Oh. So I'll just round it to. Okay.
Well, we're at 22,000 something, to like 73, I believe.
And then how much did he say he was going to give it to me for?
12. I could do 12,000.
We're at 22,373 left without the platinum that you just added.
Okay. 3, 7, 3. Oh, so, okay. Ah, well.
And as you look at this, the armor is ebony. It's an ebony armor, and you could see kind of inlaid in the armor. It looks like it was almost hand carved into the leather. You see kind of skulls, like on the bracers, on the chest piece. You see almost like a skull right in the chest piece, and the knee pads look like skulls.
I'll take it then, my dear.
Ah, indeed. Should we wrap that up for you?
Ah, I'll wear it out.
We have a dressing room for you.
And I might ask, over in my manor, I do have some red high dragon leather. Would you boys be interested in taking a look at it?
Absolutely, as long as it's been properly cured, I see no problem.
It has been, and that's why it's in the trophy room, of course. But I just haven't had really the time to sit down, talk to some elegant workers as yourself.
Ah, well, we appreciate that. Yeah, we will be most definitely interested in red dragon hide.
I will send a messenger down to you and maybe send it over to you.
Young Cullen.
Yes, yes.
I like that lad.
Yes, he's a good one.
Yes.
And quite frankly, we need a little good in this town, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, like I said, I'll send Cullen over with the red dragon hide.
So you start putting like stacks of gold on the counter, and it's like big stacks of gold.
In my tiny, like I'm just kind of going.
Yeah, yeah.
Like like when you're trying to get the Oreos out of the box.
So he calls over for a couple of guards to kind of like safeguard you as you're kind of taking stacks of gold out. And so now you have this armor.
Hey.
Hey, she can do what she wants.
Oh, cool. That means we get to buy all of our expensive stuff too, right?
Exactly.
He goes, we also have these beautiful gold bracers here. These are 8,000, but they are braces of defense.
I think I know someone who may need those. Tell me, lad, how much are those?
These are 8,000.
Well, I will definitely let him know and pass those on then. And like I said, Cullen will probably be around within the week or so.
Indeed.
And so I kind of just curtly nod and tell him thank you.
So he nods. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm looking for any one of them.
Okay, you do find Terra. She went right for the armor smith, which was like as soon as you walk into the Omnium Continuum, it's right to the left, and you see both Kohl and Daedalus kind of walking at a hurried pace to you.
Oh,
almost like kids in a store that have seen something that they want mom to buy.
Well.
So we see her wearing her new armor, right?
You see she's got brand new, beautiful black armor with like these carved skulls in the leather.
So
it actually, like, as she's like getting used to it, you can kind of hear it kind of creak.
So I ask her, how much did that cost?
Why are you asking? That's a little rude, don't you think?
Well, I just want to know if there's enough money for what I want to buy.
It does take attunement.
Yeah. Well, what is it that you need? I'm actually planning on selling a few things since we have, a bunch of shit we don't use.
Well, there's two magical cloaks I was looking at, but one is like, what was it, 11,000, and then the other one was 22,000. I'm not gonna get both. I'm just gonna get one.
Okay. Well, why don't I go with you? And then I take it you want something, and I point to.
Well, I think
Kohl.
you might want it too. It's pretty big.
Wonderful. Just get the Duke to buy you guys stuff, yes?
Well, you did say not an hour ago that money is no object to you.
My big mouth. So I go and let's go look at Daedalus's thing, and we'll go to yours. Yes.
Sounds good.
And so I kind of like walk ahead and I look back. I'm like, taking care of children.
All right.
Children, I say.
So
Just
your
flash a thumbs
your
up.
armor gives so your armor gives you 15 plus your dex mod.
Oh, what? Dang.
And you now have resistance to necrotic damage.
Yes.
So since it's your dex mod,
Shoot,
it's
20
gonna be,
armor
They're
class.
gonna be like vapor to them. They're gonna be like thinking they like hit you, and all of a sudden they're just hitting nothing but air.
Dude. A 20
All right.
armor
So
class.
so what are you guys doing?
So we're going to the magical cloak shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I was like, "Hey, I'm back," and I waved to the storekeeper.
Yes. Cloak of the Stars. Master Daedalus. I mean, you are a star. Am I correct?
Yes.
It's only apropos that you have a Cloak of the Stars.
So I show her that cloak, and I also show her the one with the many eyes.
Sure.
And it's like, and the many eyes ones was the 11,000, right?
Yeah.
So it's like this one's 11,000. Then I pointed to the star one. That one's double the amount though.
So
Very rare. I've
my dear.
only ever seen one.
My dear, do you, I guess, accept trades or offers of selling? Yes?
Absolutely, we do.
Well, I do have this, and I put the, kraken beak,
Okay.
on top of, like, the table.
So you take it out of your bag.
Yeah.
So you pull out this huge beak, still has water on it, and you just put it on the counter.
Oh my god.
Whoa. That's a big beak.
Oh, yes, well, have a ship. There's krakens about. Yeah. As such.
Yes. I don't know that we're in the market for a big beak.
Yeah, that's true. All I've heard from it is...
I mean, it's a beautiful trophy display piece that you could show people, but
I was going to say, was it... Which one was the one that was the crafting piece that you gave me? I know there was one thing that you gave me.
you're gonna have
on,
to
like,
check your inventory.
It was the kraken beak, but I can't find it for some reason. It was like a rare crafting material.
I'm just laughing at that. There's krakens about, like the most casual.
Yeah.
There's krakens about, you know.
Yeah, kraken beak.
There's a kraken here and there. Kill some krakens.
Of course.
You know.
Well, as much shenanigans as we've gone through, I'm pretty sure anybody would believe any kind of story that we say.
Kraken did pull.
Yeah, it pulled the ship.
Lord
So,
Baldur into the
so
den.
I'm pretty sure they're just kind of like, yeah, you're right.
For the citizens of Baldur's Gate, it's kind of relative.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know that I'd be interested in that piece. Maybe a good taxidermist mount it.
Ah, that does give
Be
a
nice.
few ideas. Yes.
I mean, we do offer taxidermy services if you'd like.
And I kind of looked to Daedalus. Well, I've got enough stuff, as is. Did you want anything done with? And I kind of point to the kraken speak with this. Otherwise, it's just going to sit alone.
Let's talk about the rope. I wrap that up for you, sir.
So I'm like looking at both of them because I was choosing between the two.
Sure.
So I asked, I was like, hey Terra, what are our finances looking like? I don't want to just go throwing.
Sounds like a kid asking for his allowance.
I just don't want to go throwing gold everywhere if we don't have it.
It's no object to her. We're good.
Her own words have come back to haunt her.
She's
Well,
the
we already-
Duke. She can shut this
Yeah.
place down if she
That's
wants to.
That's not including that.
I'm closing this for health code violations.
Former protection racket.
Terra Highhill found guilty of racketeering, the Omnium Continuum.
I think you
News
do
at
want to
11.
speak.
So what are you doing?
So
I don't know. That's
yeah,
no.
that's Yeah, that's about right.
No, 1 second.
There you go.
What are you doing, Terra?
Hold on. Figuring it out.
That's it. That's all we got.
They're crunchy numbers.
Yeah.
And then how much was his thing? Oh, we don't
11.
know yet. Okay.
11 or 22, whichever.
The Robe of Eyes is 11. 22 is the Robe of Stars.
So I look at the robe with the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
How about 10,000? At least.
This is a rare item. We only have one of each robe in stock. I mean, I know we'll get 11 for it.
Well.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, that's not bad. 19. So lucky.
Your position does hold weight. We are aware. So, for 10, we can sell you the Robe of Eyes, Master Daedalus.
So I look at her. That's done.
Well.
Shall I wrap it? Or will you wear it out? And he kind of smiles. You see the smile underneath that bushy mustache and beard.
So is this a replacement of the armor, or do I just wear it over?
You wear it over.
You know what? I'll wear it out.
Okay, and I understand it requires attunement.
Yes.
Okay.
See here, and it's got.
Alright, you just need to look at all that stuff.
Yeah, just got to make sure what I have it to.
You have your crossbow, whatever wands, rings.
I think
that
it's. Yeah,
And how many are you allowed to have?
3.
So I think it's one wand, and then the boots and the
crossbow.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll let you mull that over on your own.
Okay,
Okay.
I
Alright,
already know what
so-
I'm doing.
So I
So-
just go into the dressing room and put it on, and then.
And it's freaky because all of these eyes, they almost look like photorealistic eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of walk, it's almost like these eyes are looking at you and keeping their eyes trained on you. And Daedalus, for the first time, you see everything around you. You see what's in front of you, what's to your left, what's to your right, and what's behind you at the same time. But it's you would think you would be disoriented, but as you kind of attune to the Robe of Eyes, it's not as disorienting as you would. It's just like normal vision for you now.
Okay, I think I'm gonna knock off attunement of my wand.
Okay.
So now I just have the crossbow, the boots, and the cloak.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
So, and as for you, and I look over to Kohl, let me...
Poker face.
So,
The game has begun.
Well, I already got 2 things that I wanted. And I just hold up the potions. These are more really for you guys. I think you might want them. But they are... See, there's 2 of them. If you get both, it might cut you a deal. You never know. 1, it's a potion that will grant you resistance to all damage for an entire minute. All damage.
Huh.
Could save your life. What's that worth to you? The other one, it's a potion that will allow you to see into somebody's mind. Again, could save your life. The first one is 7,000, the second one is 4,000.
That's not too bad.
Hell,
So-
it's insane, but it might be worth it.
Did you pick up the potion of flying?
I did pick up the potion of flying, and I picked up the potion of enlargement.
Reduction, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. So, alright, well, let me get rid of some of my belongings. Then we will go see this potion place, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. It's up there.
It's in the Omnium Continuum. You've been there before.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Isn't that the one that's freaky, that
It's
you're
upside
on the
down and-
ceiling?
You're upside down.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Gentleman's nice, but the room's kind of freaky.
I got used to it, but yep.
So, I'm actually gonna go, like, to where, if there's, like, gem cutters or...
Gnomes.
Gnomes.
Gnomish gem cutters. Yeah, there is. It's actually right across from where the armor smith is.
So,
And you see them. They've kind of got a small... Everything's been tailored to gnome shape. So it's actually about your size as you kind of walk in.
Yay. I feel at home.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like smiling now, like,
Yeah.
oh, sense of relief.
So you see a pleasant, older gnomish gentleman.
Is Barag there still?
It's up to him.
Actually, yeah, I technically never left Sarnar yet.
Okay.
I had just gotten the item and was just about to leave to go looking.
I can say that during that the haggling over here that you found them. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I found these lot.
Yep.
Okay.
You weren't with Sarnar for very long. You just
Yeah, and then I was gonna go look for stuff, so I think after them I might just like bolt. Like, leave you guys tonight.
Okay. So what do you do?
So I kind of call over to whoever is around, I guess, like one of the
To your group or
to one of the gnomes.
so yeah, he sees you. Hello, how can I help you?
I have a few things I want to sell and something I want you to, I guess, look into. You specialize in magic things, I'm assuming.
I specialize in crystals and gems of all sorts. We actually worked on Master Barag's necklace.
Ah,
And I kind of just like, yeah.
So he kind of nods to you. I'm Day the gnome.
very nice to meet you. I'm Terra High Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a few gems here that we've just collected and obviously don't use. I think it would be...
Let's plop them out on the table. See what we got.
So I put down the 2 diamonds and the ruby necklace that we found on the island of Chult.
Okay.
And I think that's it as far as gems and shiny things.
Okay. So he lays out all of the gems, and now this ruby necklace has got a bit of an enchantment on it. Are you aware?
No, that's kind of why I brought it by. I don't know much in the realm of magic. I mean, I've fought magical creatures and such, but as you know, I do well with my knives.
Okay. Well, yeah. This is called a periapt of health. Essentially, it makes you immune to contracting diseases. Very useful on an island of Chult, no?
Yes.
Yes, and if you are already suffering from a disease, it actually suppresses the disease.
Ah.
I can offer you 1,000 gold pieces for it.
So I kind of turn to the rest of the group. Now, if any of you lot want it, speak now or forever hold your peace.
It does not require one to concentrate on it like many magical items, which is nice.
Yes.
Immune to disease? I don't know. For 1,000 gold, I'd hang on to it.
It's
just on
popular with many of the sailors that come through Baldur's Gate.
I bet.
Yes.
And I kind of point to my my necklace that I have. I already have one, as you can see, and I point to Barag. He has his fashion taste. So I turn to
Really?
Daedalus. You?
Like,
Just a groan.
it would be awesome, but don't we also need the gold? We just dropped so much.
It's only 1,000. I mean, I think it's worth keeping it and forgoing the 1,000 gold on the chance that it could save somebody, or...
I have to agree with Kohl on this one. For 1,000 gold, I say we keep it.
I
As
can
much
do,
as I'd like
I
to
can do
depart
1,200, but that's my ceiling.
All right. How much for the diamonds, my dear?
So for the diamonds, I can give you... got 3 diamonds? Is that-
Two.
Is that what you're laying out on the counter?
Yeah, 2.
2?
I think I only have 2.
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
give you... I would give somebody 250 gold pieces for each diamond, but I'll give you 300 gold pieces for each diamond. So
1,800. Tell you what. 2,000, and all of these are yours.
oh no, I mean diamonds are not. I mean they're rare, but there's no enchantment to them.
But think of all the enchanting you can do on these
Yeah.
items, and
But they're relatively common. I'm gonna have to stay at my.
then how about 1,900?
1900. Okay, 1900. You got a deal.
So I shake his hand.
So and you shake his hand. His hand, even though he's a gnome and you're a halfling, it's still quite a bit smaller than yours, which is kind of unusual for you to feel that. Usually your hands are
Yeah.
lost in somebody else's handshake. But
And do you know any taxidermists around here? Somebody?
We have a taxidermist here at the Omnium Continuum.
Could you point me in the right direction, lad?
So Sarnor can take you.
Thank you.
Before we leave, I might have something else we might want to sell to you. And I go up there and I plop down 3 necklaces. 1 onyx, 1 amber, and 1 silver necklace.
So he quickly does a identify spell, and once the identify spell is done,
Mm-hmm.
he looks at you with a very serious look on his face. Please get those off my counter.
Oh. Why? What's wrong with them? I don't know much about these.
I think you and I both know what's wrong with them.
All I know is that we found him in a tomb, and that's
Master
all I know.
Barag, I feel that we've had a very professional relationship. The Omnium Continuum and Valor's Ransom.
I will take him off your table right now, and I
Just like you're trying to feed me poison, Barag.
I apologize. I did not know.
What the hell are those?
We found him in the tomb. That's all I know about him. I'm glad you told me about him. I'll take him off your table right now. I apologize.
What were they though?
Please leave.
As a measure of good faith, and I put 10 gold on the table. This is an apology. I did not know what these were. I just thought they were ragged
Understood.
necklaces.
You can leave now
Aye.
with your cursed items.
Aye.
Cursed Barag! So I kind of like frustratingly, again, like an upset parent, just like, idiots! I'm surrounded by idiots!
Say, I do apologize.
That shirt is perfect.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Right. Day, again, I do apologize.
I've done good work for you, Barag.
And I will bring more work for you, and I will make sure these don't ever step
They
foot
will
to
be
Baldur's.
They
confiscated.
should be destroyed.
Absolutely.
I will destroy them myself, personally.
So I kind of like, not a Barag, let's go, Barag.
You feel even Sarnor is kind of giving you a very disapproving look right now. You don't know whether it's anger or embarrassment, as he's the one who's kind of leading you to each department of the Omnium Continuum. But he kind of looks at you, Terra, and he goes, "Very well. Another day, perhaps."
Yes, another day.
I missed what these items were.
Well, Kohl wasn't there when
Oh,
you obtained them.
he wasn't. Okay.
No. So for you, it's like
It's like whoa.
Sean's confusion.
I'm role playing.
It's Kohl's confusion. So you're like, what is going on?
Okay. Fair
I'm sorry, you're method right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Total method.
I'm so into it. Just-
Sanguine Sands, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these were acquired in a tomb. I did not know of what nature.
So Sarnor's kind of walking you guys out.
Ah, Barag once more getting us kicked out of places we don't want to be kicked out just yet.
Aye, well, I think the 10 gold will
I haven't been
sway
kicked out.
Day.
Barag and Terra have.
Yeah.
Oh, and Daedalus, because Daedalus was with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, where are you guys going?
So, As he says that, I turn around. It's Barag's fault. Again.
Alright, what is?
Whatever this is. And then I start walking.
Sure.
Alright.
Sure.
So I just kind of look around and just follow after him.
Stay a distance. You don't want to be caught up in this.
It's true. So you guys head out of the Omnium Continuum?
Yes, and I'm scolding Barag the entire time.
Nox is following.
So they're kicking us out of the whole Omnium Continuum?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You kicked the Duke out of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't play with cursed items here.
Yeah, they don't.
At all.
What happened, guys?
Don't want to talk about it.
As he just said.
It's essentially like putting a grenade on the counter and pulling the pin.
Yeah.
Is essentially what happened.
Yeah.
to put it in perspective
Check
for
this
you.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Isn't this cool?
Well, whatever it was,
We just
Sure
figured
they'll
out
get
that
over
a
it.
few items we picked up prior to meeting you were actually cursed.
Although,
wow.
I
Well,
believe somebody had knowledge of that prior.
Who?
Somebody did. So what do you guys do?
Talbot isn't here, so it wasn't my fault.
So, well,
Talvis is always here.
Aw, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
so, Barag, I think what we should do, go to the highest peak of Baldur's Gate and just throw those into the ocean. What do you think?
I guess we'll just dispose of these. I do apologize
Must
for
be,
the inconvenience.
More permanent ways of ridding ourselves of that. I mean, sure, if we threw them into the ocean, we wouldn't have them, but what if they float to a boat or the shore and somebody picks it up?
Then they're cursed. I have no idea what to say.
What if it's a child? What if it's
And what
somebody's pet? What if it's just anybody?
And what if we destroy it and then something evil comes out of it and then we're back at demons coming around Baldur's Gate?
Not that I want that, but it seems like that's our burden to bear at this point.
And all of Baldur's Gate. But okay, yes.
Well, it is,
I just say...
we can go somewhere else and do it.
I just say we get rid of it. Throw it away. I don't care what we do. Just get it out of here. All three of them. Yes?
Aye, and I hand him off to her. You take care of it then.
And I kind of like shuffle him, like almost like hot potato, like just kind of like...
Sure.
I throw him back like, I don't want to.
Sure.
Oh, we've had them, or you've had them this long. If they were going to
He's
harm
had
you,
them.
Brog's had him.
well, you've had them this long. If they were going to harm you, they probably would have by now, right?
Aye, I forgot they were in my possession. Yeah, let's leave it at that. But
Oh.
I said we
A
get
necklace of scanners. When you put it on, your head just goes...
Hmm.
Aye.
Well, I suppose I will support whichever decision you take with them.
Well, they need to be destroyed. They need to ultimately, all they've done is brought us bad luck now because we just got kicked out of the Omnium Continuum. And never to be allowed in again, I'm assuming.
You don't know that.
I assume they'll get over it.
I hope so.
They want
I
our
think-
money.
I think Day might, hopefully with the 10 gold I left, might graciously accept us back in open arms. But these are going to be destroyed. Because all they done is brought me bad luck.
They really have. It's a couple times that you've tried to get rid of them, and yeah.
Does anybody
Yeah.
know if there's a way to remove the curse without destroying the item?
It's a good question. And real quick, take him, throw him a Daedalus. Here, you find out.
I was like,
You already
no.
cursed. Why not just add to it, I
Oh.
guess? You already cursed, my friend, so there's nothing the worst
I
could get
shoot
for
him
you.
a look.
Play him out. Just
please.
And so as Cole's doing that, I'm going to do the...
So we have these cursed items just laying on the floor in front of us?
Literally, they hit Daedalus in the chest. He had his hands up, and they just kind of drop on the floor.
So, looking at remove curse, but it says the curse remains. But
So you see a young man kind of see this interaction go by and like quickly Everybody make a perception roll.
Oh no.
No.
I blame this on Daedalus.
Like Daedalus has had the least to do with this.
Yeah.
It's
25.
17.
20.
17.
17? No? So the three of you quickly, as people kind of walking back and forth and you kind of having this conversation in the street outside the Omnium Continuum, Barag throws the 3 necklaces at Daedalus, who kind of puts his hands in the air, not wanting to have really anything to do with it. They hit his chest. They fall on the floor. Barag, you don't really notice, but as the two of you are watching all this, you look down and you see only 2 necklaces on the floor. And you see a young man quickly kind of scurrying from the scene.
So I'm gonna go run after him.
Okay.
At double dash.
Okay, he's going to double dash too.
I'm gonna scoop the necklaces up before any more
okay.
disappear. Real quick.
And I'm just gonna.
Seems-
you know what? I'm actually gonna throw my living rigging
Okay.
towards him.
Okay.
To hopefully latch onto his leg, maybe trip him.
Okay. So that will be next round because you used your action to double
dash. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll initiative.
22.
22. All right. So you get to go first before he takes his dash action for round 2. So go ahead and hit him with the living rigging.
Inspiration for that, my good sir.
All right. So make sure you mark that inspiration.
Natural 20.
Okay, so quickly Terra from her backpack takes out this handful of rigging and just kind of like sidearms it like a major league pitcher. You just see the rigging twist in the air and then wrap him up and he's on the floor.
So,
And then it slowly kind of like pulls him back to you.
So, I go up to the boy and kind of crouch down.
I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't done nothing wrong.
My dear, please give us back the necklace.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a cursed amulet, my boy.
I don't have an amulet. I'm a messenger. Making my daily runs.
A messenger that was running away from a duke.
So let's see if he knows you. Miss Highhill. I don't have it. I swear.
You swear?
I do.
I'd start to
Then-
pat him down.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
8.
You don't find it.
I think he's
Seems
good.
clean, yeah.
My boy, if you don't have it, who has it?
Maybe the guy who went the other way, ma'am.
The other way.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to spend the night in the jailhouse, yes?
No, I don't.
Stealing from a duke is not gonna look good on your record.
Madam, I promise I don't have, what did you say it was, a ring?
A cursed amulet.
An amulet. I don't have an amulet. Cursed or otherwise. I promise you.
So, I sit down with him, and I call over Knox to sit right next to me.
Okay, do you let loose the rigging, or is he still...
No, he's still tied up.
Okay. So you kind of whistle over to Knox, who kind of looks over at you, and you see her, and then just kind of walk over. And he kind of looks, what's that fucking thing?
Oh, this is what they call a thunder lizard.
Is it gonna eat me?
Not if you tell me the truth, lad.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
And I add in just a side warning. This thing tore off my ear when it was just a baby. Imagine what it could do now. So I just want to warn you about
Natural
that.
20!
Oh my god.
So, as he's kind of looking at Nox and Daedalus is scolding him, you just see this wet spot kind of grow through the living rigging and kind of wet the whole front of his pants.
And I was like, you might want
I fucking took it. I took it, alright? I took it. Take it. Just take it. I'm sorry.
So
Just take the thing out of here.
So I take the amulet.
Oh, he's still wrapped up in the rigging.
I release the rigging and
Okay.
take the amulet. And I said, boy, don't go on stealing from people like the likes of us, yes?
You owe me for a new pair of knickers.
So I toss him a platinum.
So he grabs it and he's like, I don't think that'd work. And he just kind of walks away.
Stay out of trouble, young
Yes,
man.
ma'am.
So I
He's
put my
quickly
hand-
like doing like that mall mom, like really quick walk.
Like
Yeah,
speed walk.
speed walk.
so I have
So you now have the third amulet in your possession.
Okay. Put the damn thing away. No hot potato with it. And we will find a way to dispose of it.
begrudgingly I put out my hand. Just give it. I've held it on to this long.
So I do.
Okay.
Now, I need to go home and have some pie.
Aye.
It seems like a pie kind of day because of you, Barag, again.
Well,
Do you want a piece of pie, Barag, while I am still in the mood?
I guess we're all having pie back at your manor. And
I can imagine everybody hitting Barag with pies at the house.
great. Sure. I'll go sell a pie as long as I don't get clobbered.
Did we grab the other?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I made sure to scoop them up before we walked away. So now I have all 3 amulets again, and yes, they're going to be properly destroyed wherever. By the way, what was the place in the was it in the merchant quarter, the place where all the sorcerers and
The Omnium
Omnium
Continuum.
Yeah, Omnium Continuim. Yep.
the like soldiers. Yeah, the school.
Yeah, the Council of Zazurth.
That
Yeah.
I would probably later see if I can take them there to be destroyed properly. Hopefully,
Sure.
if they'll allow me to do that, because I think they need to be destroyed,
Okay.
put in proper hands.
Sure.
Because obviously I'm not proper hands.
Well,
Yeah. So
Well, they are cursed items.
Yeah.
Really, nobody's proper hands.
yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're specifically trained. Like,
Best-
you've got to be like a bomb disposal dude of magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best to give it over to people who wield the magic.
Mm-hmm.
More
And probably the
powerful
best in the country.
Yeah.
In the
point.
Faerun, yeah.
In the Faerun,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
So
it'll
what do you guys
sense to
do?
give it to them.
So I'm going to actually head back to my manor. I say we look for this stone, yes?
I
At
say
first light.
I agree.
You lot are more than welcome to stay here. Daedalus, I know you have your mansion. But
Creepy mansion, might I add.
if you would like company,
Oh,
these 2 buffoons can escort you or stay with you too.
accompany Daedalus for the night, I guess. As long as it's not too creepy, I should say. I
Okay.
don't
So you
know.
go back to your manor.
Mm-hmm.
You go back to
I'm gonna go with Daedalus,
Daedalus?
to accompany him.
Kohl.
I'll go with them.
Okay. I need everybody going to the manor, to Lady Danae's manor, to make a perception roll.
Oh, crap.
14.
9. I'm rolling like crap tonight.
Okay. So, funny enough that you should notice, you see somebody in an alley of the merchant quarter, between 2 rows of buildings, and the alleys aren't like the alleys in the lower side of Baldur's Gate. I mean, they're beautiful, very well kept, very well lit, very wide. But you see a human, and he's kind of in a crouch position. He's got a cape kind of around him and a hood, and he kind of looks at you with a very specific intensity. And as you look at him, you do recognize him as a contact during your bounty hunting adventures. He's an informant, and as you kind of lock eyes, you see blood kind of right where he's kind of crouched down low, coming from him.
Okay. I have a question about disguise self.
Sure.
I know you have to transform yourself into the same basic arrangement of limbs.
Yes.
You can't be more than a foot.
foot.
Taller or shorter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Could I transform into a kenku?
A very tall kenku.
Like unrealistically tall kenku?
It would be a very tall kenku.
In other words, I think people would see something wrong.
But you certainly could. I mean, you're
Just a tall
about what,
kenku.
6'6", 6'5", somewhere around there? Or 6
No,
foot?
like 6 foot. Yeah.
Yeah, so 5 foot. Yeah, kind
Okay.
of a kenku on the tall side,
kenku.
but not unrealistic.
Okay.
Not like you're the Goliath of
Yeah.
kenkus or
Yeah.
anything like that.
10
But yeah,
feet.
no, yes.
Okay, so I will transform myself with disguise self into a kenku and just flip my hood up and walk down the alley towards him.
All right. So as you get closer, you see him. It's almost like a moment of desperation, and then as you kind of approach, like Kohl disappeared, and he lost sight of you, and then just like this kenku begins to make his approach, and he kind of like scrabbles backwards, and you see him kind of grab his shoulder in pain.
So I just hold my wing arm up and I kind of draw my cloak back so he sees my pistol. It's
So
me.
he's looking.
It's Kohl.
Kohl,
What's going on?
I think I found her.
Found who?
Ava, you put out the word.
Yes, a long time ago. What
So
happened?
he has in his hand. He pulls out his hand, and you see a piece of parchment. It's a ripped piece of parchment, and he opens up his hand and he hands it to you. This is all I could grab,
So I look at it.
and it's smeared with blood. It's hard to make out what is actually written, but the only words that you can read are from 2 sentences, and it looks like it was like the bottom of a page. So the top row, it says, there's no way they knew. And then at the bottom, the last few words says, per your instructions, we are leaving.
Do I know this man's name? Do I remember his name?
His name is Kanik. And he's an informant for many bounty hunters. That's kind of how he makes his living. He just doesn't inform for you specifically, but he informs for Flaming Fists, anybody who would pay him a little coin for information. And you put out the word that you were looking for Ava.
So I put the piece of parchment away and I try to inspect his wounds to see if they look like they could be mortal wounds.
Make an intelligence check with advantage. Or a medicine check, whatever's higher.
Medicine is wisdom.
You know what? Make a medicine, yes.
Okay.
Medicine, wisdom. Because this would be a medicine check. You're looking at the wound, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely a medicine check.
It's gonna be 15.
Okay. Looking at the wound, I will say that not only do you know that it's a gunshot, you know that it came from a high-powered rifle.
Okay.
And that wound looks exactly like the wound that is in your chest right now, in your shoulder right now.
Okay. So I pull out one of my common healing potions and I just pop it open and I say, "Here, take this."
So he just kind of grabs it with his hands bloody and shaking, and he brings it up to his lips. Some of the potion kind of spilling out as he, greedily just huffs it down as quickly as he can, and You see the wounds slowly start to heal as the magic of the healing potion begins to take effect. And he kind of breathes a big sigh. I'll still need to get some medical attention. I can't be out for long.
Yes, I know. Well, here, and
She's not in Baldur's Gate.
where is she?
She's up north. But the Dwarven Kingdoms. But she said she was headed south. All I know is she's got something. Something that your brother protected with his life. Died for, in fact. She's after it.
Well, then I'll get to it before her.
You must. You must go north. You will meet her, I'm sure, between.
Kanique, thank you. And I take out 100 gold and I just put it in his palm. I say, you have earned this.
So he kind of looks at the gold and he looks at you and he goes, not even close to enough, but I'll take it. And he just kind of smiles.
And meet me at the Clam Hammer whenever you want. You've always got a room and a drink.
I need a room tonight, if that's okay.
Yes, absolutely. Tell them I sent you. They won't bother you.
Okay. So he kind of grabs your wrist hard. Thank you. And I'm never going on a mission for you again.
Fair enough.
Don't take it personally.
No,
You're
not
far
at
too
all.
dangerous.
Yes, clearly. I
So
think you've done quite well. It's you don't owe me anything.
So he just kind of smiles and he's trying to get up on his feet, having a very difficult time doing so, but he leans up against the wall and kind of gets back on his feet with great difficulty. You could see the blood smear on the wall, and he kind of takes a step, kind of crooked, almost about to fall, kind of has those weak knees, but he kind of looks back as he starts to make his way out of the merchant quarter. Good luck, Kohl. You're gonna need it.
And to you. And I sign very quickly before he leaves. I just sign my name on a slip of parchment and hand it to him so that he can give it to the people at the tavern so they don't question this man who stumbles in half dead, bleeding.
Yeah, sure.
Kohl sent me.
All right, so he takes it and he just kind of like, good luck. So he walks off.
Okay, and then I hurry to join back up with Daedalus and Barag and meet them over at
For a
the...
night at the manor.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, boys' night.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
The manor is something else, let me tell you. That's a whole other thing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All right, so this is where we will leave off, guys. Good shopping episode before somebody got
Yep.
pinched. But well done, guys. Well done. So that was the end of episode 42. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was kind of a shopping episode.
Yeah, it really was.
It was a
Yes.
shopping
It
episode.
For
was.
some people.
So now you guys
For
have...
some people.
You're a little disappointed. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think you must have forgot about those.
I shot myself in the foot on that one. I was the one who knew
Yeah,
that they were cursed.
that's all right.
Did I make note of it? No.
Jared didn't
Make note
know.
of it.
Barag knew.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You two
I
need to
already
talk more.
wrote. I already wrote for the record, cursed,
Sure.
right next
Sure.
to all three of them.
I was really hoping that when I gave you guys those necklaces at some point, one of you guys would be like, screw it, and just put it on, and then that would have been amazing.
Well,
but-
we do still have them.
yeah, you still
So-
do. You know, Daedalus sleeps really heavy. He meditates very heavily. You know, he could just slip one on. See what happens.
Just prank Daedalus while he's sleeping.
Now he wakes up.
Just put all three on Daedalus.
As the universe implodes on itself.
We'll just have a barrel of ale delivered from the Clam Hammer and just get
An
drunk
apology.
and prank Daedalus.
Sure. It was an accident.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
What's really
So-
cool though is we can use those against our enemies. Like, hey, wear
Yeah.
this. It's all powerful.
You're not,
This is
you know what?
nice.
You're not wrong. I
Yeah.
mean,
You could totally convince somebody to like wear it. Like,
You
oh,
could
yeah.
Good thinking,
strategically.
actually.
It's me. It's if I could convince anyone, it's me.
You-
I have like proficiency in like deception and all that stuff.
Yeah, and who wouldn't trust Hartwell the Magnificent, right?
Yep.
Willing to put your reputation on the line, are we?
Well, for anyone who wants to, or anyone who seeks to do harm to us.
Oh man, Broomie's gonna break in half. All right, guys, this is gonna be the end of episode 42. You guys have a couple things going on. You've got Ava in search of something, and you've also got the Seeing Stone.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. Other than that, guys, quickly contact information.
Instagram is at @_story thus far, and there's already a story added about this post.
Nice. And a Twitter.
So our Twitter is @story_thus_far. You know, give us a tweet. You know, I'm slowly getting things planned on how to use the Twitter because I'm kind of new at running one.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of new at
Aside from
running
my
them. Yeah.
personal,
I don't even have a Twitter account.
Oh, really?
I don't.
Oh,
I
wow.
refuse. I draw the line there.
Oh my lord.
I draw the line there.
No
Our
bird
DM
for
is
you.
being so over.
You know what? It's just there's just way too much social media. Like there's so much out there. I can't keep up.
It hurts my head.
Yeah.
Snapchat is the worst, I think,
Yeah.
though, in my opinion.
Oh, I can't even keep up with my email, man. I've got like over 1,000 emails.
On
Right,
second thought,
I gave up on
don't
that.
contact us through social media. No, I'm kidding.
All right. So, and our email.
Email is storythusfar@yahoo.com.
All right. Other than that, guys, be awesome, play D&D, and love each other. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Good night.
Good night.
And don't give cursed items.
Don't give out cursed items, Barag.